Andrew Cuomo, apparently on with Brian Lear, local New York City public radio, apparently backing off or implying that he's not really involved in defending Netanyahu from war crimes.
Yeah, that's so weird. It's such a change because, it wasn't like back in ancient history, or it must have been ancient history and he's evolved since then, right? Just kidding. He was volunteering his services in late 2024 after Israel had already been accused of committing genocide by Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch.
To be fair to Cuomo, that was back when he thought that was going to help him in this mayor's race.
Right.
And he's like, look, if I gotta defend a war criminal and it's gonna help me with the race. But then he finds out that according to his estimation, he lost over 50% of the Jewish vote in the Democratic primary. Maybe Netanyahu's not exactly the vote getter he thought it was.
No, but or working with Alan Dershowitz, who was the one who recruited this amazing team of lawyers to defend this guy. By the way, has Dershowitz been in the news recently with any scandals or anything?
Well, he left his underpants on, Emma.
And then here he is. This is interesting. He's trying to figure out how does he push back. Now, of course, we know what the secret to beating Mamdani is for him. And that is he just needs to build his Instagram likes. But short of that, he also has come up with, I'm going to mock Mamdani's promises for some very sort of like straightforward policy proposals. And he's doing it in such a weird way because he can't really figure out how to do it. Watch this.
They have real issues, and I think it's important that we have a real conversation with them about the issues, because I get the problems, but make sure the solutions aren't so simplistic. That's happened too many times, where people get turned off because somebody runs for office and says, I have a magic wand, I'm going to make everything more affordable, I'm going to make buses run fast, I'm going to wave a wand, and all of that is going to happen. And then nothing happens. And they wind up getting turned.
So you're just managing expectations?
He's talking about how the young people, there's been too many times where people say, I have a magic wand, and I'm going to make the buses run faster, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. Like, what times is he talking about? Like, give us an example of who you're talking about. Is he talking about Obama?
Right. I mean, that's the only person I could think of. But
also, I don't think he's saying, unless I missed it, I'm going to use a magic wand to do this. I think he's saying I'm going to use the office of the mayor of New York City to do it.
Look, there's been too many times, Matt, where people put on a Merlin's hat and they say they're going to sprinkle some pixie dust.
They say they're going to do pre-K.
And what is they say they're going to do universal pre-K.
Right. And is that some sort of spell?
It's like
never heard of that.
But what is, like, I'm trying to figure out, like, what is his sort of like proactive policy agenda? Well, what I do is I come in and I don't even need a magic wand to make nothing happen.
Yeah, I see the problems, and I am going to be honest, I'm not going to do anything about them.
I see the problem. I hear the problems. I'm going to talk to them about the problems.
Empathize about them.
Right.
But I don't need a magic wand to do nothing. The power, the magic is in my fingertips. I can do it with my eyes. I don't need a magic wand.
I'd love to see
that's what I just found so fascinating about Cuomo is he's not offering anything. He's just not offering anything.
Yes.
Yeah, negation.
Yes.
No one's going to be disappointed because I'm promising nothing.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's no policy agenda. He's not.
It's basically.
He's not running on anything. He is self-consciously running on nothing, and I will be able to deliver.
Nothing good will ever happen and nothing will change. And if you elect me, I will ensure that that's the case.
At least people won't be let down.
I'm the only one who can promise that.
I know you're worried about your rent and your transportation and childcare for your kid, but what I'm worried about is your potential disappointment and feelings down the line.
The real problem you have is you're hoping that'll get better.
I was in the Bronx, and I was approached by a gentleman, and he said, "Are you really going to be able to deliver nothing?" And I said, "Yes."
On
you
day
can
one.
take that promise. Day one, I'm going to do nothing. And I promise you that will absolutely not get done.
So simplistic. That's happened too many times where people get turned off because somebody runs for office and says, you know, I have a magic wand. I'm going to make everything more affordable. I'm going to make buses run fast. I'm going to wave a wand, and all of that is going to happen. And then nothing happens. And they wind up getting turned off. The government and the cynical and the skeptical about the entire system.
I noticed she didn't take a single note while he was talking.
Well, she didn't have to.
Notepad.
It was just nothing. Gonna
Rambling
do
old man with
nothing.
bad
Right?
breath.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. She's just sitting there going, "Please don't attempt to kiss me. Please
Right.
don't attempt to kiss me.
Yeah.
Please
Don't
don't."
touch my thigh.
She demanded they meet in
Please don't.
public.
Can we do this? Exactly. Let's have this interview in front of everybody in the park, so we don't have
To interview
Maybe
Cuomo,
reporters-
any female journalist, you have to have a pep talk like you're going on a Tinder date. Like,
No corridors.
yeah,
together.
yeah, right. Not at night, in a public place with a lot of people around, okay? Watch out for his magic wand that instead of giving free buses and childcare and all this to people, it just like turns Democrats into a caucus that votes entirely with Republicans and screws over the people that thought they were electing someone who's a Democrat.
I took my magic wand and I turned Democrats into Republicans.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a debate between him and Eric Adams where they're like,
Oh,
I'm not going to do anything. You're not going to do anything. But
Yeah.
my nothing is different than your nothing.
Well, at least we get the funniness of Eric Adams. Eric Adams is leaning into the memes. He's so bad it's good. It's like a JoJo Siwa of New York City politics.
But the point is,
no chance Sam gets
I
that.
don't get people's hopes up. And that I'm the
That's
only
all that
one in the
matters.
race who's not getting people's hopes up. That's what I'm going to do.
You want nothing with a cigar or nothing with nipple rings?
Right.
What kind of nothing do you want?
Different flavor. You know what people don't like is feeling hopeful. That's the really scary
Well,
thing
that's
here.
the problem. There's the letdown.
Yeah.
That's what you don't understand. The letdown. And I'm not going, there's no letdown. If you don't promise, then no one feels disappointed.
Decaf coffee.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.